Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley. It's Friday. That means it's almost time for a weekend. You're going to be able to forget everything you're about to hear. But first, we have to tell you so that you can forget it. We finally got the date and time for Nintendo's E3 Direct. Nintendo just announced this morning their pre-taped E3 briefing will run on Tuesday, June 12th, 9 a.m. Pacific time. And the big focus of the Direct is apparently going to be none other than Super Smash Bros. That just about rounds out all the major briefings for the show. We already know dates and times for EA, Bethesda, Microsoft, Ubisoft, and Sony, which means we get about 6 more weeks of speculating and theorizing about what we'll see at each one. And as always, we will be streaming all of those conferences as well as doing our coverage from the show floor itself, so keep an eye out for that. Nintendo also confirmed that Smash Bros. Won't only be shown during the Direct, it will also be playable on the show floor. Hopefully, that means we won't be waiting too long for its release, but hopefully. In other Nintendo news, it sounds like we won't have to wait all the way till E3 to finally get some details about the company's upcoming online services for Switch. In their just published earnings call with investors, Nintendo says they will finally be unveiling details about Switch Online in May. You know, just a year and a bit after the whole thing launched. At the moment, we don't really know too much about what to expect from Switch Online, other than the fact it's gonna cost $20 a year. It's planned for launch in September. However, Nintendo has hinted in previous press briefings its value is going to be extremely clear once they make some announcements about some of its features. If I had to guess, I would speculate that that's where we'll finally maybe see Virtual Console. They'll do a little arcade, something like that. And I would very much like to see something about cloud saves in there, because that would be dope. First, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider's announcement got leaked. Now it's the official trailer got leaked. That ship is filling up with water. Fans got a glimpse of the game courtesy of its Microsoft Store page just a little bit early yesterday, ahead of it actually going live today. The new trailer shows some dark times for Lara Croft and seems to make her more of like a murdery jungle Batman. She also sort of climbs some shit, explores some tombs, but mostly she seems a little bit scary. There's sadly no gameplay in this trailer, but a whole lot of high-res screenshots of the game itself did drop last night all across the internet if you want to look at that. Shadow of the Tomb Raider launches in September. I'm sure we will be seeing much more than screenshots very soon. And hey, we've got even more financial briefings. Nintendo's not the only one. Isn't that exciting? This next one comes from Sony, who is apparently still selling a whole lot of PS4s. Surprise! Tons of games and getting new PlayStation Plus subscribers. The company shared all these numbers this week, revealing a total of 79 million PS4s sold. Analyst Daniel Ahmad says this number tracks ahead of the PS2's pace when adjusted against its launch, and just behind the Wii, which that's great news for Sony because the Wii was bonkers. However, Sony expects that number to start slowing down soon, but does think they'll make up for it with lots of software sales. And considering their lineup this year, you can hardly blame them for being pretty confident. In addition to all that, it seems they've moved a total of nearly 247 million games for the system as well, and managed to add another 8 million PlayStation Plus subscribers in the last year. And while we're on the topic of consoles, Xbox One may not be the top dog this generation in terms of sales, but it's still making Microsoft plenty of money. The company says that it saw an increase in Xbox software sales during the third quarter, with gaming revenue increasing 18%, and that was driven by Xbox software and services, which saw revenue growth of 24%. As for Xbox Live, its monthly active users grew 13% to 59 million users. Overall, Microsoft as a company saw its revenue jump 16% to $26.8 billion, which is a lot of dollars. So good news for Xbox. Hopefully we'll see them make some more investments in the gaming side of things, since it's clearly still very profitable, and well, because that's what they've said they're doing. Microsoft has been loudly bragging about all the people who played Sea of Thieves when it launched last month, but new data suggests a lot of those gamers were playing it for free. Researcher Superdata says the multiplayer pirate game had 283,000 active users on PC during its launch month, along with 1.7 million more on Xbox One. But more than half of those users were playing the game via a free trial on Game Pass, which suggests that the 2 million number isn't quite as impressive as it sounds in terms of raw sales, but does accomplish what Microsoft wanted to do with Game Pass. Still though, Sea of Thieves had a great launch month. It was the second best-selling game in March, behind only Far Cry 5, which was multi-platform, and it's the 8th best-selling game of the year according to NPD. And you know what? Bernie's still playing it like mad. Chad's still playing it. I know a ton of people are still playing it, and I guess I'm just waiting for them to add more stuff because I like the ceiling. I just really want more stuff to do. Now, it's no secret that Fortnite is very popular these days. If you haven't been under a rock, you've probably seen something to that end, well, probably here. Now it's set another record. According to SuperData, Fortnite is now the biggest free-to-play console game of all time in terms of revenue and monthly active users. In March, Fortnite made $223 million across all platforms, which was up 73% from February. SuperData attributed that jump to the Drake stream with Ninja, along with the Season 3 Battle Pass and a new John Wick skin. As SuperData put it, there's no other way to say it, the game is a phenomenon. Meanwhile, rumors have been flying Fortnite could be coming to the Switch with exclusive content and cross-play options, but so far, they're just rumors. The various outlets like US Gamers say they've checked with sources at both Nintendo and Epic and heard there aren't any such plans to announce a Switch version, so don't get too ahead of yourselves there. That would be really cool, but take it down a notch. The publisher of H1Z1's laid off a number of employees. The developer busted out the R word in a statement saying that it's realigning its workforce to better position our company for the future. The company didn't say how many were laid off exactly, but its former chief publishing officer tweeted she's left the company, which indicates that some pretty high up employees may have been let go. DAYBREAK is responsible for some pretty well-known games, including H1Z1, which had one of the early Battle Royale games and recently went free-to-play, as well as DC Universe Online, Just Survive, PlanetSide 2, and EverQuest. And that one, oh, that hits me in the nostalgia a little bit. That was my first MMO. That was the reason my grades went all to hell. DAYBREAK, which is based in San Diego, said it remains focused on publishing and developing large-scale online games and will continue to service our existing and long-standing games and franchises. Regardless, sucks to see layoffs in the industry. It's far too common, but very hopeful that the developers land on their feet. Now, starting this fall, you will be able to watch the NFL on Twitch. That's right, parent company Amazon will stream a total of 11 Thursday night football games on Twitch, which, I mean, I can see that maybe sounding like a word fit at first, but this could be an attempt by the NFL to reach out to a new fan base. Of course, it's not the first time that NFL was experimented with streaming games online. You might remember Twitter previously streamed Thursday night NFL games, but it lost those rights to Amazon last season in a deal that was valued around $50 million. And it's not the first time Twitch has experimented with non-gaming content either. I mean, remember the Bob Ross marathon? That was amazing, and it pulled in 5.6 million viewers and led to the platform trying all kinds of new content. So we'll see how NFL games are received by the Twitch community. Alright, that about wraps it up, and we got out just in time for Off Topic to start recording, and you can hear the shouting already. Alright, let us know what you think of all this news in the comments down below to make sure you get news from every corner of the internet every single weekday like this video, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe to the know. There's sadly no gameplay in this trailer, but a whole lot of high-res screenshots of the game itself did cropped up. Yeah, run it. Researcher SuperData says that the multiplayer pirate game had